Welcome to the Jason Coleman Show. It is so kind of you to stop in here to our living room for our weekly piano concert. Thank you all for taking part of your day to spend here with my family and me and some great music. Now here on our shows, I love bringing the slip note piano style of my granddad Floyd Cramer to a whole variety of music. As you know, every episode is sort of a new musical adventure. And today we're bringing the Floyd Cramer style to the songs of a fellow Country Music Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats of country music and really in all of American music, Kris Kristofferson. Kris Kristofferson is a songwriter, a performer, an artist, an actor, an Oscar nominee, a Golden Globe winner, a Grammy winner, CMA and ACM award winner. He's topped the charts with his own hits and of course with who knows how many hits that he has written for other artists. Kris Kristofferson was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2004, just 1 year after Floyd Cramer was inducted, and he's been honored with the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award as well. Kris Kristofferson, truly one of the defining voices of country music, not just his singing voice, but the way he could craft a song and tell such a story with his words and melodies. And so in today's episode of our show, we are celebrating the amazing legacy of Kris Kristofferson with a piano concert that I'll play in his honor. Now, I started off with Me and Bobby McGee, written by Kris Kristofferson and made most famous by Janis Joplin, who recorded it just a few days before she died. And her record went to #1 across all the Billboard charts in 1970, just shortly after her passing. Next, let's stay in 1970 for another Kris Kristofferson original now. It was a #1 country hit for Ray Price. Help Me Make It Through the Night, one of the best known and most recorded country songs of all time, most famous, of course, from Sammy Smith in 1970. Her rendition went to number 1 on the country charts and was a top 10 pop hit as well, and it won a Grammy. And it was written, of course, by the subject of our show today, Kris Kristofferson. Now, Kris Kristofferson is an interesting man with a remarkable story, and I won't get into his whole biography today, but just here's the quick rundown, is that he was born in Brownsville, Texas, down on the Mexico border. He grew up an Air Force brat. He was a Rhodes Scholar, getting his master's in English literature at Oxford. He was a boxer. He was a captain in the Army, serving as an airborne ranger, a copter pilot. And he loved country music his whole life since he was a kid, and always really been a songwriter on his own. And so just before accepting a commission to teach English at West Point, he took 2 weeks leave and went to Nashville to check out the music scene at this point in his life. Now the 2 weeks passed, and he decided to resign his commission and stay in Nashville because he fell in love with the idea of writing songs for a living. Now, he started in Nashville as a janitor at Columbia Record Studio. And I've read this before and thought, you know, a lot of these kind of biographies, they can make someone's story sound more sensational or more dramatic for the sake of the story. You know, like, was he really cleaning floors at the studio? But yes, my family remembers that my granddad, Floyd Cramer, would talk about seeing this shaggy-haired guy hanging around. And our friend Charlie McCoy, too, said the same thing. You know, one day this guy was cleaning the floors, and then before they knew it, they were recording his songs, and he was a bigger star than all of them. You know, Kristofferson wasn't shy about trying to, use that opportunity there at the studio, not just to clean, but to give his demo tapes to anyone who would listen, or even if they wouldn't listen in many cases. In fact, one of the more famous stories I've seen about Kristofferson involved the Man in Black. Kris Kristofferson had tried to get Johnny Cash to listen to his songs and record them, but so did everyone else, of course, with Johnny Cash. And so Johnny would just get the tape from Kris and throw it in the pile and ignore it. This is around 1969. And at this time, Kristofferson also had a job as a helicopter pilot with the National Guard. And so one day, to get Johnny Cash's attention, Kris Kristofferson flew a helicopter. I don't think this was sanctioned. He flew it to Johnny Cash's backyard, his property right here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, right down the road. He landed and he personally delivered his demo tape of this next song. This is a true story. Kris Kristofferson has confirmed it. This was enough to get Johnny Cash's attention, I would say so. And soon thereafter, sure enough, Johnny Cash recorded this song that went on to be a #1 hit on the Billboard Country Chart, and it won the CMA Award for Song of the Year in 1970. The song Sunday morning coming down. One Day at a Time, Sweet Jesus. Taken to number one by Christy Lane in 1979 and written, of course, by Kris Kristofferson. So many incredible songs, some of which we might not have realized actually were Kristofferson writing these great songs, right? Now, so far, I've been leaving it up to you to fill in the words on these songs as I've just been playing them on the piano, and some of you probably have been singing along with them. I can hear you from right here, right? But I'm going to go on this next song and supply the words myself. It's another great gospel song written by Kristofferson, and it was actually his only big country hit as a solo artist for himself. You know, every song I played for you so far has been a number one hit for other artists with Kristofferson as the songwriter, but this next number one was all Kristofferson, songwriter and artist. It's a great song called Why Me?
Why me, Lord? What have I ever done to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known? Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do that was worth loving you? Or the kindness you've shown? Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it so. Help me, Jesus, I know what I am. And now that I know that I've needed you so, help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hand. Tell me, Lord, if you think there's a way I can try to repay all I've taken from you. Maybe, Lord, I can show someone else what I've been through myself on my way back to you. And Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it so. Help me, Jesus, I know what I am. I've needed you so. Help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hand. I've wasted it so. Help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Oh, now that I know that I've needed you so. Help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hand.
Well, I sure hope you've enjoyed our Kris Kristofferson celebration today, but our time here on the Jason Coleman Show would not be complete without a special guest performance, right? Now, of course, I'm talking about our favorite little guy, Mr. Avery Cramer Coleman. So for today's Avery moment, I'm going to share with you part of our supporter night concert from this past week when Avery was in rare form with a few songs up his sleeve. So let's watch together now a special performance from Mr. Avery Cramer Coleman. Would you please make welcome Mr. Avery Cramer Coleman. Okay, bud. Hey, would you like to do, for our friends here watching, a couple of your piano lesson songs first?
Yeah. My first song is The Lonely Pine.
Okay. Is that okay right there? Oh, here. Okay.
Okay, I need to hold the pillow for this song.
Okay. The next song. Here's our microphone.
One more song after this song.
Okay.
This is an exercise
All right,
song.
say it in the microphone.
This is going to be skipping. I don't need any of the exercise with. I don't need any of the exercise songs with the exercise, but
Okay, go for it.
I know.
This is one of your exercises. Okay. Good job. That's a great exercise. Okay, and what's your last one?
This is jumping rope, slow, and red pepper. I don't know why it's red pepper. Just is.
One
It's just
slow.
like a chili pepper, and you just eat it.
Okay. All right, go for it.
A little too spicy.
Go for it. Do it slowly.
Not fast.
Wow, bud. That was so good. Oh, you want to take a bow?
Now I have one more song to play with Daddy.
Oh, you're going to go and do it
It's
now?
called Surfing Safari.
Okay, we can do it now. You want
It's
to?
called, yeah.
Okay, well, let's do it. This is one we did for our last
So I
show.
don't have to do. I want to do Surfing Safari right now, so I don't have to do any more songs later.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Go ahead and just
Yeah.
get it out of the way. Okay, you
That's
ready?
why I want to do all 4 songs.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I can't blame you. All right, you ready to do it? Okay. Fingers ready? Or is it, where is it? There? You get 2 clicks.
I'm going to just use my pointy finger
Okay.
because I use my pointy finger on notes when I play piano with you.
Okay, sure. All right, you do it the wrong way when you're playing with me. Mr. Aaron would not be happy. Okay, ready? You get 2 clicks and then go. Ready? Listen. Cramer Coleman take one more big bow. Wow, happy summer, dude. Oh my goodness. How about that, folks, for Mr. Avery Cramer Coleman. Now, today's been episode number 97 of the Jason Coleman Show. Remember, as always, you can rewatch today's episode and any of our previous 96 shows anytime online on demand for free at jasoncolemanmusic.com. Well, from our family to yours, thank you for watching as always. And from my piano, I'll leave you with one last song. Your favorite piano songs from the Jason Coleman Show are now available on CD. 13 albums and counting, including a brand new tribute to the great Ronnie Milsap. Plus the iconic songs of Elvis Presley. Also the country standards of George Jones and Tammy Wynette. And the feel-good music of John Denver. These new CDs are the latest in my Live from the Jason Coleman Show series, joining the timeless music of Glenn Campbell, the smooth sounds of the Carpenters, the smash hits of Roy Orbison, and The Young Years, a concert from my granddad Floyd Cramer's childhood piano. Plus a gospel piano concert, Hymns from the Heart. Also, Christmas hymns from the heart. And don't forget my country gold piano collection spanning the greatest country hits of the 50s and 60s, the 70s and 80s, and the 90s and 2000s. All 13 of these Live from the Jason Coleman Show CDs are on sale now. Get the entire collection in one discounted bundle, or check out our mix and match deal. Buy any 3 and get your 4th CD free. Order online at jasonmusicstore.com or call 833-633-8885 to order over the phone. So if you're a fan of our Sunday shows, now you can enjoy the music anytime on CD, live from the Jason Coleman Show. Order yours today. You're listening to The Jason Coleman Show on WSM Radio.